Ever imagine, being able to hear like a faint cry for help, you know, buried under a ton of rubble or like even underwater? It almost sounds like, like something out of a movie, right? But what if I told you that the key to this life-saving technology, it isn't science fiction. It's actually buzzing right in front of us all the time. We're talking about mosquitoes. I know what you're thinking. Mosquitoes. Those are those pesky little insects that leave those itchy bites. But trust me, they're also incredibly sophisticated acoustic engineers. Scientists are discovering that their antennae aren't just for sniffing out their next meal. These delicate feelers, they're highly sensitive vibration detectors, capable of picking up a surprisingly wide range of frequencies. It's like having a built-in sonar system that puts our technology to shame. So how did these miniature acoustic marvels actually work? Well, researchers are using some pretty high-tech tools to try and figure that out. One of these tools is called micro-CT imaging. Imagine taking an incredibly detailed X-ray that lets you create a 3D model revealing all the intricate structures within. They're using this to study the antenna's intricate design and mechanics, in a way that's never been possible before. And what they're finding is really fascinating. Mosquito antennae are covered in tiny sensory hairs, and they're arranged in specific patterns, kind of like a fingerprint. These patterns help the mosquitoes detect and differentiate between different sounds. Think of it like a miniature orchestra with different sections of hairs tuned to different frequencies, allowing the mosquito to create a detailed soundscape of its surroundings. And this is where it gets even more interesting. Researchers have been focusing on two species of mosquitoes, one that uses sound to find mates, and another that uses sound to eavesdrop on frogs, essentially listening for their next meal. By comparing the antenna of these two species, they're starting to understand how the structure of the antenna influences their acoustic capabilities. And what's mind-blowing is that mosquito antennae are capable of detecting a much broader range of frequencies than we previously thought. It's like they have this whole secret world of sound that we're only just beginning to tune into. Now, you might be wondering, like, what's the big deal here? Why are we so excited about, mosquito antenna? Well, this is where things get really exciting. So scientists at Purdue University are working on recreating these antennas through 3D printing. They're experimenting with different materials and sizes, trying to mimic nature's perfect design. Imagine the possibilities. If we can reliably replicate these antennas, we can develop like bio-inspired acoustic sensors that are as sensitive and precise as a mosquito's ear. And these sensors could be used in countless ways, from disaster response to healthcare, to environmental monitoring, and even in everyday technology. Think about a disaster scenario like an earthquake. Every second counts when you're trying to find survivors. But often their calls for help are muffled by all the debris. With sensors inspired by mosquito antenna, we can detect those really faint cries, even amidst all that chaos. We can literally pinpoint the location of survivors based on the sound of their voices, or even their heartbeat. But it goes far beyond disaster response. In healthcare, imagine tiny implantable sensors that can monitor patients' vital signs with incredible accuracy. These sensors could pick up on subtle changes in heart rate, breathing patterns, or even blood flow, alerting doctors to potential problems before they become serious. And what about environmental monitoring? We could use these bio-inspired sensors to detect the sounds of endangered species, track the movements of migratory animals, or even monitor the health of forests by listening for the telltale signs of insect infestations. But here's the thing, we're only just scratching the surface of what's possible. As we learn more about how mosquito antennae work, we'll likely discover even more applications for this technology. It's a powerful reminder that nature is full of incredible designs and solutions that we can learn from and adapt to our own needs. And it's a testament to the power of human ingenuity and our ability to unlock the secrets of the natural world. This research on mosquito antennae, it's really just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to bio-inspired technology. Scientists and engineers are turning to the natural world for inspiration in all sorts of fields. Like take the gecko, for example. You know how those little lizards can seemingly defy gravity, clinging to walls and ceilings? But it's all thanks to millions of tiny hairs on their feet that create this really powerful adhesive force. Scientists have figured out how to mimic those gecko feet, creating these synthetic materials that are being used in everything from super sticky bandages to robots that can climb walls. Or think about the lotus leaf. It always looks pristine, right? Water just beads up and rolls right off, taking any dirt and debris with it. This self-cleaning ability comes from the leaf's unique surface structure. And scientists have taken inspiration from this, developing coatings that are being used on everything from buildings to solar panels, keeping them cleaner and more efficient. And these are just a few examples of how we're learning from nature to solve, complex problems, to develop innovative solutions. And as we continue to explore the natural world, I'm confident we'll uncover even more incredible solutions to our technological challenges. But bio-inspired technology isn't just about copying nature. It's about understanding the underlying principles, the how and the why things work the way they do. And then we can take that knowledge and apply it to create something new and innovative. In the case of mosquito antenna, it's not simply about, replicating them perfectly. It's about truly grasping how they manage to detect and filter sound with such incredible precision. Then we can use that knowledge to develop acoustic sensors that are even more sensitive and selective than anything we have today. So what does all this mean for you? It means we're on the cusp of some truly groundbreaking discoveries. We're blurring the lines between biology, engineering, and material science, creating a future where nature's ingenuity helps us solve some of our biggest challenges. So the next time you see mosquito, don't just swat it away. Take a moment to appreciate the incredible complexity and potential hidden within that tiny creature. You never know, might just hold the key to a future innovation that changes the world.